Hello folks, this is Gabo reporting from Sopron. Now after I have done my debt and I have done, or at least I have uploaded the podcast with Omar, and go check it out on Spotify by the way, under the name The Podcast of HGZ. You can see the episode with Omar. I think it was a pretty good one. There were already a couple of people who have listened to the podcast, and I invite you to listen to the podcast with Omar as well. So after this is done, I am also planning to make other videos, and I want to give you some heads up what kind of videos I want to make. Because now I feel that my power is returning. There was a huge, well, not so huge, but a quite long time, a couple of months, when I was kind of in an abyss, in an energetic abyss, so to say, to figure out what is it that is working and what is it that is not working for me anymore. And I definitely want to talk about that because I think now my future is much clearer. Still quite blurry, but there is some things that I see. I also want to talk about the war, and I want to focus on the things that are not obvious, and then not a lot of people talk about it or them. Now these things, well, maybe some people are talking about it because I cannot listen to everybody, right? But let's say that in my bubble, not a lot of people talk about it. So I want to talk about those things more because I think we need to be informed in order to make predictions in our life. And if we make predictions based on propaganda, well, that sounds like a really shitty idea, at least to me. Well, you do you. Then what else? That's pretty much it. When it comes to my life, I want to focus on first boundaries, like how my boundaries are formulating around me, and I think this is quite important, or would be quite important for many other people too, because when I look back on my life, boundaries, my own boundaries, and respecting others' boundaries are, or yeah, this is definitely a problem that has been around. Maybe the main problem, definitely the main problem, is that I haven't really heard about this growing up and even after for a long time. So definitely that's a really important question. And another important question is why I was stuck after coming here to Sopron, and also before in my life. 10 years in Krakow, 10 years. 10 years. That's, hey, 10 years. So I think I figured out a part of it, and that's mainly, or one of the reasons, because I was quite stuck in the past of my family, and in my own past. And I see that I can't really move forward until I still feel resentment towards certain elements of my past, and I still feel it. So what I want to do is to think back on who I was and how I changed. What were the elements that I believed in, and what is it that I believe now instead? Those are a lot of things actually now when I just think about it. So want to talk about it because first, well, it might be helpful for someone, but it definitely will be helpful for me, because mainly I am an extrovert, and extroverts formulate thoughts by actually talking about them. So when you see somebody talk and makes that, which makes no sense, that might be an extrovert, or a stupid person, or an extrovert, a stupid person. You know, there are many options, but that's one of them. Definitely. So yeah, that's something that I want to talk about. I have no idea what I want to say. Yes, I know. So yeah, I want to sum up. First thing is that I want to talk about the war, boundaries, so boundaries between countries. Then I want to talk about my life, and that is boundaries in my life. And I also want to have a review around who I was before and how I changed in the past couple of years, let's say around 6 years after my Saturn return. Oh yes, and one more thing is I also want to give you a quick update how what goes, Operation Digital Freedom, because I also made progress in Operation Digital Freedom, which I'm quite happy about, because less digitalization equals more me time. At first it's tough, but then it's nice. So that's how it is at the moment. Stay not put, but pay attention for the updates which are going to come probably on Monday, definitely next week or latest after next week. Stay tuned and see you soon. Ciao, ciao.